An old friend once told me that they'd heard somewhere that you have 5 minutes to do any one thing, and if it passes, then you never get a chance to do it again. And for 50 some odd years, well, I guess the first 12 or 15 don't really count, so 40 some odd years, I've been letting an opportunity to just talk just pass, an opportunity to put what the hell goes on inside this skull of mine down, just pass, because I was too afraid, or I was didn't think it was important, or whatever it was. Just there was always didn't this, didn't that, wasn't this, wasn't that. And I don't think I want to do that anymore. I am 50, almost 52 years old, and I haven't got much time left on this planet. So I don't think I want to do that anymore. So right now, with filthy ass scratched glasses and at 11 something at night, I'm here. This is a start. I might talk for 30 seconds. I might talk for an hour. I don't freaking know. I think we live so much in fear of what other people are going to think of what we do, or what other people might perceive, or how they might change their perspective of us, or their perception of us, or what we want them to think, or what we want them to believe. And I've come to the realization I've come to the understanding that fear keeps us from actually doing what we want to do and what we should be doing, which is reaching out and touching people and sharing the thoughts and the feelings and the senses, and being vulnerable to one another, and taking the slightest modicum of risk in order to form a connection. And that fear, I have come to understand, is entirely unfounded. Because for almost all of us, we are, unless you are, for everybody I've ever known, maybe one or two people who are profoundly disturbed, everybody more or less has the same sense, the same understandings, more or less has the same feelings. Nobody was born wanting to hate. Nobody was born wanting to struggle their whole lives. Nobody was born wanting to be scared, or born wanting to be confused, or born wanting to be lonely or alone. And I have come to understand that we share that in common. There are so many things we share in common. And I think anyway, we've spent so much time through the evolution of our society developing, saying, I'm special about this, I'm special about that what we've ended up doing is creating a society of people that are special and unique, or at least perceive themselves to be special and unique, and ended up making everybody utterly alone. Because if you're special and unique, then other people can't understand you. And if other people can't understand you, then you're going to be alone. You could be in a room full of people. You could be in a crowd full of people. And if somehow you're utterly unique and special, then you're going to be alone to some extent, probably a great extent. So And all the people I've talked to, I know bona fide geniuses, and I've known people worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and I've known ditch diggers, and I've known programmers and people from Africa and Taiwan and all over the planet. And we're not that different. And it's not a matter of where we're from. It's not a matter of what we believe or don't believe. It's not a matter of our political perspectives or our religious perspectives or our appreciation of literature or the shows we watch. No matter who we are, everybody I've ever known, except with the exception of one or two profoundly disturbed people, everybody I've ever known wants to have some sense of belonging, some sense of being able to be understood. And that's the challenge, because we all think that nobody else can understand us, but you know what? We can understand each other. If somebody walks up to you in the street and says, what's something you're afraid of? Pretty much any answer you give is going to be something that the other person can empathize with. Even an irrational fear, if you're afraid of deep water, or you're afraid of spiders, or you're afraid of, I don't know, gay people, whatever. The other person will be able to empathize, maybe not with the topic of your fear, the source of it, but they will be able to empathize with the fear itself. We all are afraid. We all are hurting. We all want to feel connections. We all want to be loved. Nobody is born hating. Nobody is born wanting to be afraid. We spend so much of our lives, the formative years of our lives, looking for a connection, building a connection. So many people get it, so many people do not. So many people do not ever receive that connection, that bond. And they go through their lives looking for it. But I think everybody goes through their lives looking for it. And we're not special. We're not utterly unique and alone. We're people. We're animals that we can sense ourselves as discrete from a group. But we still want to be loved and understood and cared for. We want to have the sense that somebody will give a damn when we're gone. We want to have the sense that if we're sick or we struggle, that somebody will be there to put out a hand. We all want the sense that if we're feeling overwhelmingly beautiful, if the universe has reached out and touched us that day and made us feel as though the power of the suns are flowing through our veins, we want to share that beauty. You're not alone. It's okay. You're allowed to be afraid because we're all afraid. You're allowed to feel sad because we're all sad. You're allowed to enjoy. You are allowed to be happy. It is good to be happy. It is beautiful to be happy. We did not spend 4 billion years evolving, or we were not created by our Creator to suffer, to be sad our whole lives, to be driven and distant. We are a tribal group. We've been parts of tribes and extended families for the entirety of our existence. And it's only in the past couple of 100 years that we've been driven apart more and more and more. And I'm not saying there were never wars. I'm not saying there weren't separate cultures. I'm not talking about that. But within those cultures, there were groups of people, and there were tribes, and there were extended families, and we relied on one another. But somewhere along the way, and I don't know when it was, I don't know if it was for Western civilization after World War II. I don't know when it was. But we got the idea that we're supposed to be something else. It is okay to be beautiful. It is okay to feel ugly. It is okay to feel sad, happy. I accept you. I accept you as you are. No matter where you're from, no matter what languages you speak or you don't speak, no matter who you love or you don't love, no matter what you believe or what you don't believe, I accept you. And I hope you will accept me. I am not perfect. I'm just a person. I'm just somebody trying to figure out what is right and how to do the best by everybody else. I make mistakes. I make lots and lots and lots of mistakes. But we all make mistakes, don't we? You've made a mistake today, I'm sure. Everybody's made a mistake today. Everybody's done something that, hopefully everybody has done something that's made them feel good about themselves, if only for a moment. I accept you as you are. We can be great. We can be beautiful. I've come to understand that in a world that is utterly uncaring, in a universe that would not even notice if our entire galaxy were to disappear, if our entire solar system were to disappear, if our planet were to disappear, the next planet over, well, maybe the next planet, if our whole planet were to disappear, the next solar system over, the impacts on that would be so infinitesimally small that it would be effectively non-existent. We are here. And the beauty that we create is the meaning that we give our lives. The energies that we put in, that we devote to our interactions and to our lives. That is the value we put in our lives. That is it. I don't even know where I'm going with this. I don't even know if I'm going anywhere with this. I just want you to know that I accept you. I accept you as you are. Your political and social and economic and spiritual and maybe radically different from mine. But I accept you as you are, because I know for a fact that when you were born, you smiled up at somebody and you wanted someone to smile back at you. That you reached out your hand to someone and you hoped they would reach out their hand to you. That somewhere along the way, things got so confused and so ugly and so scary that we felt like we had to hide, that we felt like we had to be something other than the innocent creature into which we were born. And I don't care about that. I don't need you to be anybody but you. I have no expectations of you, no desires for you to be anything else than what you are. It's okay to be afraid. I am afraid. It is okay to be happy. I am happy. It is okay to be bad. Sometimes I am bad. It is okay to be good. Sometimes I'm good too. It is okay to love. It is okay to be angry. We have 5 minutes to act. 5 minutes isn't much time. It's not much time at all. Maybe I'll see you later.